Okay, sorry that took a while. We have a big group of students, and I have written my thoughts down so I do not ramble on because this could go on for a very long time, but it won't. Tonight, we get to honor 34 seniors who have been members of the Gunn Band family for 4 amazing years of music making. We are very grateful for their talent, hard work, and effort to help make the band program one of the best in the country. We are honored that these young adults decided to lend their talents, hearts, and minds to the music program. Along with these young men and women, we also want to thank their families for their commitment to keeping their children in music. The arts engage the minds in ways that no other academic endeavor can and better prepares them for the world they are about to enter. In the words of Gunn Band alumnus Noah Azarin, and I can't remember when Noah graduated. Does anyone know? Noah? 08. In the words of Gunn Band alumnus Noah Azarin, 2008, when giving advice to freshmen, he said, "Stay in music. Music embodies emotion, from passion to nostalgia, and without it, the world is gray and cold. No matter where you go in life, take your music with you and keep it in your soul." Tonight, we honor each senior. Please do not hold your applause to the very end. Clap for every single one of them because they deserve it and then some. Each senior band member, in their own way, has made a significant impact on our band program. They are amazing young men and women who respect the process of music making and value the role of music and arts in their lives. And they have provided leadership to our program in so many different ways. First off, we're going to have Mrs. Lewis come up and acknowledge our graduating Tri-M National Music Honor Society officers.
So I would just like to acknowledge our 3 Tri-M officers that are graduating this year. We will miss them. We just held elections, and we will be honoring them with the new board, saying goodbye to the old board. But I'd like to honor Anna Jaffe, our president of Tri-M. Anna, could you come forward? Benji Steinberg, who was vice president this year. Benji. And Josh Teams, our historian. They've put in a lot of time and effort and countless hours, and I really appreciate their leadership role. They will also be given the Tri-M cord as part of their graduation ceremony when they go to graduate. The Tri-M cord is pink, but that's okay. Thank you again to those 3 outstanding Tri-M board members.
I've been teaching for 24 years and that has never happened. I'm embarrassed. I'm glad we found them. We need Mrs. Lewis now. While we're waiting, in your program, I acknowledged a lot of people. I really want to thank our Band and Orchestra Booster Board for everything that they do. Without the Booster organization, we would not be able to do what we do with your children in terms of money support and just people support, and then just in general support for your kids. So we really appreciate our Band and Orchestra board. So let's please have a round of applause for them. Now, our first group of seniors that we would like to recognize are going to be receiving a 4-year senior award plaque, along with our traditional senior mug, which you see along the front of the stage. These students have been outstanding band members over the past 4 years, and we'd like to thank them for everything that they've done for us, and these are in no particular order, so you have to pay attention and listen for your name. When I call your name, come down here, and I will say some things about you. First, we have Mr. Chris Best. Chris is a percussionist in the music program. He was here for 3.5 years. He spent a year in concert band and 2.5 years in symphonic band. His most memorable moment in band was taking naps in the instrument closet and under the marimba and by the timpani. And also watching and helping Molly Butera lock Justin Alfrey in the instrument closet while Justin played on his iTouch. Chris's favorite composer or piece of music that he played while he was at Gunn, Inferno or Paper Cut. Those are 2 pieces, they're legitimate. Advice he would give to the freshmen: when you get a part and you don't know how to play it, don't panic. Just BS it till you get the courage to ask for help. This is Chris Best. Next we have Mr. Richard Wang. Richard plays the flute and the pipa. It's a traditional Chinese instrument. Right? Yeah. He was in the music program for 4 years. He was a year in concert band, a year in symphonic band, and is a 2-year member of the wind ensemble. His most memorable moments in band was the Disneyland trip his junior year and rally band. But then he put laugh out loud, so I'm not sure he means that sincerely. I'll pretend like he really loved rally band. His favorite composer or piece of music that he played at Gunn, Rocky Point Holiday and Circuits. His advice that he would give to the freshman class: take band all 4 years. It's nice to have a relaxing class, especially with all of the APs that I'm sure you're going to be taking. Make Mr. Summers laugh every once in a while because he gets stressed from all of your talking all the time. This is Richard Wang. Next we have Mr. Nathan Hornbostel. Nathan's a French hornist. He's a 4-year member of the program. He was in concert band for a year and is a 3-year member of symphonic band. His most memorable moment in band was the band White Elephant, all of the band White Elephant gift exchanges. They can get very bizarre. His favorite composer or piece of music that he played at Gunn: Payphone. Advice he would give to the freshmen: play an unusual instrument. We have plenty of trumpets and clarinets. I highly recommend the bagpipes. This is Mr. Nathan Hornbostel. Next we have Mr. Jackson Burris. Jackson plays the bass clarinet and the tenor saxophone. He's a 4-year member of the program. He was in concert band for a year, and he's a 3-year member of wind ensemble. He's a 3-year member of the big band jazz ensemble, and has been in the Gunn Jazz Combo for a year. He was in the Kiss Me Kate Pit Orchestra for the musical a few years back. He's a 2-year member of the County Honor Band, and he's also a member of the El Camino Youth Symphony wind ensemble, right? Jackson's most memorable moment in band was using Cadence's lip gloss as lip balm. His favorite composer is Mr. Liberator. And his advice that he would give freshmen: don't cut. This is Jackson Burris. Next we have Mr. Andy Schroeder. Andy plays the bass clarinet and the contrabass clarinet. He's a 4-year member of the program. He was in concert band for a year, symphonic band for a year, and is a 2-year member of the wind ensemble. Andy's most memorable moment in band: tuba basketball and singing with Ryan Spain. His favorite piece that he's played at Gunn was Les Miserables. His advice he would give to freshmen: every time you get a new song, take it home and play it through at least once. Rehearsals are useless if you can't play your part going into them. Good advice. Also, it helps you avoid that awkward moment when Mr. Summers asks you to play your part and you just sit there thinking, oh my. This is Andy Schroeder. Next we have Mr. Chris Carlson. Chris is a tuba player. He's a 4-year member of the program. He was in concert band for a year, symphonic band, and wind ensemble for 2 years. He was also a member of the Clarion Brass Ensemble that meets in Menlo. His most memorable moment in band: one time at rally band, Mrs. Lewis came and asked me if a bunch of loud people in the stands were my adult human friends. His favorite composer is John Williams of things he's played at Gunn. Advice he would give to freshmen: be cool and stay in school. This is Chris Carlson. Next we have Francis Mares. Frank is a percussionist in the group. He's a 4-year member of the program. He was in concert band for a year and is a 3-year member of our symphonic band. His most memorable moment in band. His handwriting is not that great. He's working on it. His most memorable moment in band, scaring the living daylights out of Ryan Du Bois, throwing stuff at the timpani when he was looking the other direction. His favorite composer or piece of music he played at Gunn, it's a tie for him between the Inferno and Foundry. Advice he would give to the freshmen, when it comes to mallet parts, the actual notes are secondary. As long as you can figure out the key, you're going to be good to go. This is Francis Mares. Next we have Miss Yanni Yip. Yanni's a percussionist in the program. She's been here for 4 years. She was in concert band for a year and is a 3-year member of our wind ensemble. She's also a member of the Tri-M National Music Honor Society here at Gunn. Her most memorable moment in band was a trip to Disneyland, and pretty much every day in band trying to bond with / put up with the guys in the percussion section. Her favorite composer or piece of music she played while at Gunn, The Red Machine and Vesuvius. Advice she would give to freshmen, go on band trips and tours, and if you ever feel like quitting band, stay in, it's very worth it. This is Miss Yanni Yip. Next we have Miss Nancy Fang. Nancy is a flute player. She's been in the program for 2 years, and those 2 years were spent in symphonic band. Her most memorable moment in band, playing people fighting over gifts during the White Elephant gift exchange in December. Her favorite composer or piece of music was Miniature Overture by Jack Stamp. The advice she would give to the freshman class, don't be late on Wednesday morning because Mr. Summers takes attendance diligently, and enjoy your next 4 years in band. This is Miss Nancy Lynch Long Fang. Next we have Mr. Rohan Pranic. Rohan is a trombonist in the program. He's been here for 4 years. He was in concert band for a year and is a 3-year member of our symphonic band. His most memorable moment in band, freestyle spittin' with the boys Antonio and Arem at Rally Band. I don't want to know. His favorite composer or piece of music he played at Gunn, Miniature Overture or Paper Cut. Advice he would give to freshmen, don't quit band. I've met so many great people and I've met so many great people that I've only met through band. Sorry, his handwriting is not the greatest either. In a digital world of typing, I should have the kids type these. He gives a shout out to Nat, Thages, Aren, and Antonia for being the best underclassmen I know and making my senior year the best one yet. This is Rohan. Next we have Miss Sophia Hahn. Sophia plays piccolo and flute in the program. She's been here for 4 years. She was in concert band for a year, symphonic band for a year, and is a 2-year member of the wind ensemble. She was in the Legally Blonde Pit Orchestra. And she was in the Kiss Me Kate Pit Orchestra. She's also been a member of the El Camino Youth Symphony for 3 years, and she's a member of the Tri-M National Music Honor Society here at Gunn. Her most memorable moment in band was when Mr. Summers? I know who I am. When Mr. Summers turned completely tomato red when the adjudicator at Chabot asked if he was always this high-strung and stressed out. That happened. And I responded yes. And she adds, playing, or rather trying to play, hacky sack before every show during pit orchestra season of Legally Blonde. Her favorite composer, or piece of music rather, was Rocky Point Holiday and Circuits. And the advice she would give to the freshman class, never write about shorter warm-ups on the end of the year course evaluations. Because I swear, Mr. Summers just ends up making them longer the next year if you complain about them. This is Miss Sophia Hahn. Next we have Miss Alice Lee. Alice is a clarinetist in the program. She's been here for 4 years. She's a 1-year member of concert band, a 1-year member of symphonic band, and a 2-year member of wind ensemble. She was in the Kiss Me Kate Pit Orchestra this year, and she's also a member of the Tri-M National Music Honor Society here at Gunn. Her most memorable moment in band, That time we went to a little theme park called Disneyland. Her favorite piece, Rocky Point Holiday, and advice she would give freshmen, always take Mr. Summers seriously. He is never sarcastic. This is Alice Lee. Next, we have Mr. Benjamin Sampson. Ben played a baseball game. Ben is the catcher for the gun baseball team. He just played an entire game at Los Altos, stayed for the talk with the coach, changed into his tux, drove over here, and I don't even want to know at what speed, and made it for the concert. I was impressed. Ben is a euphonium player in the program. Sorry, I digress. He's been in the program for 4 years. He was in concert band for a year and is a 3-year member of our wind ensemble. His most memorable moment, all of sophomore year with Travis, Rory, and Satya. Also the Disneyland trip and the bus rides to Chabot College. His favorite composer or piece of music, watching the movie and playing the soundtrack from Up his freshman year. Advice he would give to the freshman class, Mr. Summers is hilarious if you listen for his jokes. Also, tuba basketball is not to be taken lightly. This is Ben Sampson. Next we have Mr. Daniel Marcotte. Dan is a tuba player in the program. He's been here for 4 years. He was in concert band for a year and is a 3-year member of our symphonic band. His most memorable moment in band, breaking my hand the night before the band festival and playing in it the next day with a cast on his hand. True story. With no cast on. I didn't know your hand was broken. He didn't know either. Ow. His favorite composer is Bach. And advice he would give to freshmen, why is that funny? He can like Bach. It's all good. Freshmen, Dan would like to tell you to not eat in band class. This is Dan Markham. Next we have Mr. Amaya Rao. Amaya plays alto saxophone and also clarinet. He came to us playing clarinet and then switched to alto sax and did an excellent job. He's a 4-year member of the program. He was in concert band for a year, symphonic band for a year, and is a 2-year member of our wind ensemble. His most memorable moment in band, when Mr. Summers freaked out at the Chabot Band Festival when the judge said one of the rhythms in Hammersmith was being played incorrectly. Also a true story. His favorite composer, Robert Sheldon. Advice he would give to the freshmen, Put your full effort into band because at the end of the day, it gives you great satisfaction. This is Mr. Amaya Rao. Next, we have Mr. Satya Baudelaire. Satya plays the baryphonium, he says, but it's really the euphonium. He's a 4-year member of the program. He was in concert band for a year and is a 3-year member of our wind ensemble. He is also a member of Kern Sina's Honor Society for Established Drummers. His most memorable moment in band is simply Kabir. His favorite piece was Circuits, and advice he would give to freshmen, a prep. This is Satya Baudelaire. Next, we have Mr. Sean Rea. Sean could not be here tonight because he is out ill, but I wanted to acknowledge and honor him. Sean plays the euphonium. He's been in the program for 4 years. He was in concert band for a year and is a 3-year member of our symphonic band. And you can see lovely Sean up there, and he will return hopefully soon. So let's give a round of applause for Sean. Next, we have Miss Samiha Rao. Samia plays the alto saxophone. She's been in the program for 4 years. She was in concert band for a year and is a 3-year member of our wind ensemble. Her most memorable moment in band, sitting next to Benji, and that one time Mr. Summers said, "You sound so wrong, but you are so right." Her favorite composer or piece of music played at Gun was every piece she played with Benji. Advice she would give to freshmen, sit next to someone like Benji. This is Samiha Rao. Next we have Mr. Josh Teams. Josh plays trumpet in the program. He's been here for 4 years. He was in concert band for a year, 2 years in symphonic band, 1 year in wind ensemble. He was also a member of a brass quintet that we had. His most memorable moment in band, Mrs. Lewis always catching me when I tried to sneakily eat my lunch sophomore year. His favorite composer or piece of music, pictures at an exhibition. Advice he would give to freshmen: have fun. Band is much awesomer than the rest of your classes. This is Josh Teens. Next we have Mr. Matt Business. Matt played clarinet his freshman year and then bass clarinet sophomore, junior, and senior year, so he's been in the program for 4 years. He was in concert band for a year and is a 3-year member of our symphonic band. His most memorable moment in band, playing Nothing Else Matters at the Prism concert this year, and when Mr. Summers said, "Scruffle." Favorite composer or piece of music, The Inferno his sophomore year and Paper Cut his junior year. Advice he would give to freshmen: practice your scales, seriously, because when Mr. Summers does scales, it's just like warming up. But when Mrs. Lewis does them, it's like Saran hunting down the ring. This is Matt Business. Next we have Jason Ong. Jason is a percussionist. He's been here for 4 years. He was in concert band for a year and is a 3-year member of the wind ensemble. He is also a member of Curran Sina's Honor Society for Established Drummers. That's a joke, by the way. That doesn't exist. I don't know, maybe it's some underground thing at Gunn. Most memorable moment in band, sitting next to Neatson for 1 day, and percussion banana eating contest in Remy 1. His favorite piece was Circuits, and advice he would give to freshmen: bring a GameCube and Super Smash Bros. On the band trip. This is Jason Ong. All right, now we're going to give out some individual awards to some of the students. So our first award that we're going to give out is the Heart of Symphonic Band Award. This is awarded to 2 outstanding seniors in the symphonic band that have a passion and enthusiasm for music making. Their leadership and dedication to the symphonic band has been outstanding, and we're very grateful for their commitment to the music making at Gunn and Symphonic Band. This year, the Heart of Symphonic Band Award goes to Mr. Calvin Lee and Mr. Justin McMillan. First, we have Mr. Calvin Lee. Calvin's a clarinetist. He's been in the program for 4 years. He was in concert band for a year and is a 3-year member of our symphonic band. His most memorable moment was when Ralph Hultgren came. He was the Australian composer that came to visit us. Ralph asked the kids, "Do you guys have a marching band?" And the band said, no. And Mr. Hultgren said, "Hallelujah." Calvin's favorite piece that we played this year is his favorite piece at Gunn was John Mackey's Foundry, and his advice he would give to freshmen, to paraphrase Mark Twain, "Stay in band, you will not regret it if you live." This is Calvin Lee, winner of the Heart of Symphonic Band. And then Mr. Justin McMillan is a euphonium player. He's been here for 4 years. He was a 1-year member of concert band and 3 years in our symphonic band. Justin's most memorable moment in band was going to Disneyland. His favorite composer or piece of music is the Fight Song and Paper Cut. Advice he would give to freshmen: stick with band all 4 years, you will not regret it. Justin McMillan, the other winner of the Heart of Symphonic Band Award. Next, we have 4 seniors that we'd like to recognize with an Outstanding Senior Band Member Award. These 4 students have shown exceptional commitment, leadership, and just being great ensemble members. They are respectful of the process of music making and have really shown consistent improvement over 4 years, a lot of dedication and enthusiasm. The winners this year of the Outstanding Senior Band Members for the class of 2013 are Emily Cottle, Amy Lee, Tucker Gibbons, and Chris Connor. Outstanding senior first, Emily Cottle, plays clarinet and also alto saxophone. She's been in the program for 4 years. She was in concert band for a year, symphonic band for a year, and a 2-year member of the wind ensemble. She's been a 4-year member of jazz band 2. Her most memorable moment in band was playing in Jazz 2 freshman and sophomore year with her brother. Her favorite composer or piece of music played at Gunn. It's a tie between quartets and the fight song. Advice you would give to freshmen: learn your scales. As much as you might hope they disappear after the first playing test, they do not. And take the SAT in May. This is Miss Emily Cottle. Next we have Amy Lee. Amy plays flute. She's been with us for 4 years. She was in concert band for a year and is a 3-year member of our symphonic band. Her most memorable moment in band was participating in the rally band. Her favorite composer or piece of music she played at Gunn: music collections from the movie Up. Advice she would give to freshmen: one good thing about music, when it hits you, you feel no pain, by Bob Marley. Great quote. This is Miss Amy Lee. Next we have Mr. Tucker Gibbons. Tucker's very shy and bashful. Tucker plays the clarinet, alto sax, soprano sax, bari sax, bass guitar, electric, and acoustic guitar. He was in concert band for a year, a 2-year member of our symphonic band, and a 1-year member of wind ensemble. He was in jazz band 2 for a year and is a 3-year member of the big band jazz ensemble. He played in the Legally Blonde Pit Orchestra this year. He was also in Kiss Me Kate Pit Orchestra. He also played bass in the 2013 choir staff musical, I Want to Hold Your Babushka. Tucker's most memorable moment in band, when jazz band got to have some amazing clinics with Mick Gillette from the Tower of Power. And that concert's coming up, by the way. So May 25th, we're going to try to get some press out, but May 25th here, Mick Gillette, who is the lead horn player from the Tower of Power, is going to be here soloing with our jazz band. I digress. Tucker's favorite composer or piece of music was Lord of the Rings and Squib Cakes. Advice he would give freshmen, only for the bari sax players. This piece of advice for bari sax players, it was written at the bottom of his part on one of the Tower of Power songs that they're working on in big band. And the quote is, no matter what, his handwriting is actually good, I just can't read. No matter what anyone else tells you, you are demand. I don't talk like this, that was hard to read. Don't play softer than anyone else. Be ever funky. This is Tucker Gibbons. And our final winner of the Outstanding Senior Band Member is Mr. Chris Connor. Chris plays the trumpet, 4 years in the program. 1 year in concert band, 1 year in symphonic band, and is a 2-year member of wind ensemble. He was in jazz band, or jazz 2 for a year, and is a 3-year member of our big band jazz ensemble. He also plays in the clarion brass ensemble. His most memorable moment in band was the Disneyland trip. His favorite composer is Copland. And advice he would give to freshmen: have fun in band, it goes by very fast. Mr. Chris Connor. Next we have the Director's Award for Band. Cassie Chen, Anita Chan, and Miles Ganoza, please come forward. These 3 students have shown exceptional effort, a great work ethic, and a high level of interest, and have contributed in many ways to the Gunn Music Program. They have been quiet leaders in their section and are outstanding band members. They exemplify what we value in outstanding band members: dedication, thoughtfulness, hardworking, kind, humorous. We want to thank them for everything that they've contributed to the band program and for making it the great program that it is. These are our Director's Award for Band winners. First, we have Miss Cassie Chen. Cassie is a percussionist. Cassie is a 3-year member of the program. She was in concert band for a year and is a 2-year member of our symphonic band. Her most memorable moment in band: I was switching percussion instruments really fast during a song, and as I started playing, the suspended cymbal slowly tipped over and hit a flute player. Her favorite piece of music is the Gunn fight song. Advice she would give to freshmen: don't quit band, because the 1 year you do, everyone will go to Disneyland without you. And that happened to Cassie. This is Cassie Chen. Next we have Miss Anita Chan. Anita's a trumpet player, and she also plays a lot of different other instruments like piano and guitar. She's a 4-year member of the program. She was in concert band for a year, symphonic band for a year, and is a 2-year member of the wind ensemble. Her most memorable moment in band was the Disneyland trip, and when the percussion figured out that the bell was a concert F sharp and played it on the marimba, they actually got people to leave early because they thought the bell was ringing. Her favorite composer or piece of music played at Gunn, Rocky Point Holiday, West Side Story, and My Fair Lady. Advice she would give to freshmen: stick with band. It's very fun and relaxing, and you get a lot of laughs out of it. This is Anita Chan. Next we have Mr. Miles Ganoza. Miles is an oboe player and also a pianist. He has been in the program for 4 years. He was in concert band for a year, symphonic band for a year, and is a 2-year member of the wind ensemble. He was also in the Legally Blonde Pit Orchestra. His most memorable moment in band: a cappella circuits and Rocky Point. His favorite piece was Rocky Point Holiday. Advice he would give to freshmen: stay in band, stick with music in general. This is Miles Ganoza. Next, this was already given out at the jazz concert on Monday night, but I really want to acknowledge him. Benji Steinberg, please come forward. Benji was honored at the jazz concert for receiving the Woody Herman Jazz Award. This was created in 1988, right after Woody passed away, and it's given to outstanding jazz students all over the country their senior year. Benji has been a leader in both the big band jazz ensemble, the jazz combo, and the wind ensemble, and has displayed a really high level of musicianship in everything that he does. He's an outstanding musician in the jazz band as well as the wind ensemble. He plays alto, tenor, and baritone soprano sax. He's been in the program for 4 years. He was in concert band for a year, symphonic band for a year, a 2-year member of our wind ensemble, a 4-year member of our big band jazz ensemble, and has been in the jazz combo. He also has been a member of the Stanford Jazz Orchestra, playing first tenor, and that's in this year. He also was a member of the Jam Sessions for 2 years, and he is also the vice president of our Tri-M National Music Honor Society. Benji's most memorable moment in band was watching the Charles Mingus Big Band perform at the Reno Jazz Festival. His favorite composer or piece of music he played at Gunn, My Fair Lady arrangement in wind ensemble his junior year, and advice he would give to freshmen: play jazz, improvise, and play music socially, aka jam. This is Benji Steinberg, winner of the Woody Herman Jazz Award. Would Kern Sina please come forward? The United States Marine Corps honors an outstanding musician from high schools around the country each year. The U.S. Marine Corps Band is one of the premier wind bands in the world. The 2013 Semper Fidelis Marine Corps Award goes to Kern Sina. This is what the Marines say about this award. High school musicians embody many virtues that the Marines admire. Kern displays traits that the Marines consider essential to being a great leader: endurance, knowledge, unselfishness, dependability, enthusiasm, and loyalty. This award is a tradition that dates back to the days of John Philip Sousa and his role in making the Marine Corps Band the premier musical ensemble it is today, the President's own. I am proud to present Kern with this award for musical excellence. The Marines will be here to present Kern with a certificate of honor at the senior awards ceremony on May 20th. This is a really high honor for Kern Sina, our percussionist in the program. He's been here for 4 years. He was a member of concert band his freshman year, playing bass clarinet. Then he switched to percussion and was in symphonic band for a year and is a 2-year member of the wind ensemble. He was in jazz band 2 for a year, is a 2-year member of our big band jazz ensemble, and also in the Gunn Jazz Combo. He participated in the Cal Poly All-State Festival. He's a member of the California Youth Symphony Senior Orchestra for 2 years, and he's also, I'm assuming, president and establisher of the Kern Sina's Honor Society for Established Drummers. His most memorable moment in band: shirtless Super Smash Brothers in Disneyland. Ding, 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 ding. Courtesy of Circuits. I don't know what that means. His favorite piece: Rocky Point Swag. Advice he would give to freshmen: if you are a percussionist, make sure to come on time, warm up, and practice your scales. Kern Sina, winner of the Semper Fidelis Award. Finally, our final two awards. The John Philip Sousa Band Award is the pinnacle of achievement for high school band students and is Gunn's highest award given to any band student. It was created in 1955, and the award honors the two top students in a high school band and recognizes superior musicianship, dependability, and outstanding dedication. Grace Lee and Anna Jaffe have been musical leaders not only for their sections, but the entire group. Both are outstanding ensemble members as well as soloists. They have set a very high bar musically and are great examples of what it means to participate in a group at a high level, both musically and as productive members of an ensemble. It is an honor to present the John Philip Sousa Award to Grace Lee and Anna Jaffe. Sorry. So they're getting a desktop and a pen, and their name will go on the perpetual plaque that hangs in their room. And now I will tell you a little bit about Miss Grace Lee. Grace is a flutist and plays piccolo. She was in the program for 4 years. She was in concert band for a year and is a 3-year member of the Wind Ensemble, and she was in the Legally Blonde Pit Orchestra. She's a member of the ECYS Flute Ensemble, the ECYS Sinfonietta Orchestra, the ECYS Senior Orchestra, and the KAMSA Orchestra. Grace's most memorable moment in band was the Disneyland trip her junior year, Legally Blonde, bonding with my Pit family, Go Delta News. Also bothering Avner with a ton of Legally Blonde references. Another memorable moment was her sophomore year. Hina, who played trombone, was playing too loudly, so Mr. Summers yelled, "Hina, it's not a trombone concerto." And also Justin Lim shenanigans, enough said. Her favorite composer or pieces of music are Red Machine, Circuits, Rocky Point Holiday, Harry Potter, the orchestral version, and anything from Legally Blonde. Advice she would give to freshmen: venture out of your section and make friends with everyone in the band. It makes life in band more enjoyable if you know more people. Take part in the musicals. This means I expect to see you, Oscar, playing in 2 years in the Pit. And she says to the freshmen, take band for all 4 years. There may be days when you don't want to go to band, but it's a lot of fun, and and it allows you to do something other than listening to lectures all day. This is John Philip Sousa winner Grace Lee. And finally, we have Miss Anna Jaffe. Anna plays the trumpet. She's a 4-year member of the program. She was in concert band for a year. She's a 3-year member of our wind ensemble, was in big band jazz ensemble for a year. She's also been a 4-year member of the clarinet brass ensemble. She's also been a member of the California Youth Symphony Senior Orchestra, playing co-principal trumpet for 2 years. Anna's most memorable moment in band was when Hina played too loudly and Mr. Summers said, "Hina, it's not a trombone concerto." And then she muttered to the brass section that she felt like she had been castrated. Her favorite composer or piece of music was Fantasia in G by Timothy Marr. Her least favorite was Mambo without any mambo, meaning the yelling of the mambo. Advice she would give to freshmen: don't take things too seriously, have fun. This is Miss Anna Jaffe. So one more huge round of applause for our amazing team. And we are on to the wind ensemble performance.